We wish that the community will continue to support and use this building fully towards the future of your children's education.
Where's the glass?
So who's going to?
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Hold on, please. Just.
I am Tata Wilfred, a technician in Shumas, in charge of building schools. And we are here in Fungi, in Belo subdivision, to hand over this structure as you will see. And Ian, believe me, I want to tell you that it has not been easy to realize this, because the stage of the road, which of course you have seen, during rainy season, it is not easy to carry materials from the main road right up here. So we always use sometimes our heads in carrying cement, sand. We use donkeys to put some of the materials behind the donkeys to push up to this place. So when you see it up to this standard, you know that we have passed through tin and ton before we reach.
That's wonderful.
Level.
Can you say what impact this will have on this community? How do you think it will change things in this community?
In fact, I lack words to tell you, because the community is so much impressed, and you can see for yourself the type of children, the type of people, or the environment, how it is. And with this structure now, it is going to change a lot, change the mentality, change the way of education, because the children, from the number, you see that they are very little, because they have no accommodation at all completely. So now, with this, the population is going to realize that education now is a big impact to the society.
I'm Aaron Gong. I am the head teacher of Government School Fungi. I am very delighted here today to have you here construct and hand over classrooms to this institution. Briefly, life before the construction of these classrooms was very deplorable for the children. This is because we had thatched roofs built with bamboos and with a deplorable situation. And the least natural hindrance like sun and rain and the wind blowing, stray animals were distractions. And when we came to Shumas helped us so much because the construction of classrooms here is very rewarding because it's going to affect the number of children who come to school. Some of the children avoid coming to the school because it does not look nice. Some of the children, they don't even like to come to schools where they will not learn anything hygienic. The conditions are not the standard of classroom. So they run away to other schools, especially our girl child. The girl child education here in Africa is a problem, since most of them do not even see the need of going to school. After all, those who have gone to school, how are they better than the rest? So we think that the construction of this classroom would be being a better first lift to schooling. And of course, even the water project, there were a lot of jiggers in class. There was no water for drinking. And there were a lot of health hazards. Children come to school very weak and tired after drinking dirty water. But today, I am sure that it's going to be a different situation because they will get all these facilities. The toilet has come a long way. It's a wonderful dream. The children could mess around and things like that. Some of them were asked to do toileting at home before they come to school, very abnormal because there were instances of bad health and others. But, what has happened today, the teachers will benefit, the children will benefit, the community will benefit. I'm sure that life in Funge will never really be the same. We are having a wonderful time.
My name is Comfort K. I'm from Fungi. But my home village is a village far off Atake in Fundong subdivision. I'm married here and my compound is just at the entrance where the school children welcome you people.
Lovely, thank you. And perhaps you could tell us something about the changes you have seen in this village since this school project started.
Really, just when I came to this village, and I'd like you to know more about me, I work in the hospital. I've been living here and I have been pitying the condition of children here because the past years, this village has never had a school. Children live here down the hills, they go over to Bangor or to Mbingo too, where there were primary schools. Then when the community, some of them were contacted, advised whether should our children be suffering like this, especially during the rains, and the area is so full of valleys that during the rainy season, the rains are falling, water rain just flowing over, and parents are really panicking. And some just withdraw their children that they should not go until they reach a certain age. Then we were trying to talk to other community members. They saw that it was good that we start a school here. They started a school quite all right. They were not able to run it. They handed over that school to the Catholic mission. When they started, because the Catholic schools, the fees are usually very high. They tried, a few parents were able to send their children. And at a certain time, because the community, the children were few, not able to really meet up with the financial part of it, they had to take out their children and send to government schools where the school fee is somehow low. Then the Catholic mission, they were not able to cope on because the enrollment was really low and they had to close up the school. Then we thought again, few of us said that no, these school children here, little children, they must have that education. Because when children reach at the age of 6, 10, they are tempted to see other children that they only go down to the coast. They are not even educated. They like to go and look for money. Meanwhile, they are really illiterate. We started up this school. We built a small hut there, and children, they were there managing there. Until every time the roofs, as we heard in our address, winds would just come and blow off the small hut. Until this time that Shumas came, they say, oh God, we are helped. And alas.
Can you tell me, you say you are a nurse, have you noticed any difference in the health of the children, or do you think there may be some difference in the health of the children now that you have water?
The children, they usually drink just from a small spring down there, especially in the dry season. You need to pity, you see where they drink. They drink water that has smell, especially during the dry season when farmers, people around here, they work like coffee. They do their own way of having cash crop is coffee. They wash in the small springs that they use also to drink, and they're really smelly. And every time we see children from Fungi rush into the hospital with purging, vomiting, intestinal worms, just like that. And that we have been struggling, even begging them that they should boil. But how many parents, the mothers, they go to the farms, they only come in the night. Nobody will even have time to boil.
No.
They even boil, they don't even have containers that they can even preserve the water so that the children can manage to take.
Well, that's marvellous. Thank you.
That's very good.
Thank you.